Okay. I was sitting in the little boys' room there last week. I watched like 14 times in a row, and I was like, "This is freaking amazing." But that's freaking.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Ringside Reality, episode. What is it? 27? I think so.
I don't know. We got so many episodes under the belt now. I can't even remember. This is just another notch under the old belt. This is the best promo of the last decade. Let me ask you a question. What is the more significant promo in wrestling history? CM Punk's pipe bomb or Undertaker's resting? Which one has more impact?
Oh, the whole orgasm face he put us on too.
But he obviously fucking blew a load in his pants, as he was there. He was like, jizz in
my pants.
Like that. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which is the most legendary promo in the last 10 years: Punk or Taker's Rest in Peace promo. So we're back.
Number 3 would be Titus O'Neil. Remember that?
Oh God!
When he couldn't speak, he was like, "What you?"
Yeah, he was like cutting out. He was like, he was like, he wasn't even finishing his words. He was like, what was that? I can't remember. Oh, speaking of Titus O'Neil, in a funny fact, fucking the Wrestling Observer Awards or whatever it is, like the newsletter. The worst feud of the year last year. Take a guess what it was. Most people voted for. Old Darren Young versus Titus O'Neil.
Was it even really? It was a feud, I suppose, but I wouldn't even count it as an actual feud.
Well, it went on for like 2 months, though, didn't it?
Yeah, but did it really even have any point, or did it end? Like, who won? I think they're both losers in that situation.
Well, I don't know whatever happened to make Darren Young great again. That just fizzled out. That was another waste of money and everything. No, I think did Titus go over? I can't remember why.
Who even cares? I mean,
I don't know what happened.
It's not like it did anything.
Well, it was all I was getting at was I think that was the promo where he was talking about Darren Young. I think anyway. So the last time we were doing a podcast, there was only half a match announced for WrestleMania. We knew that Goldberg was fighting and he had no opponent.
Now we have 3.5 matches?
Well, I think they're still relying on all of us internet fans and apparently casual fans to figure out match. This is, remember where it says match or card subject to change or whatever? This WrestleMania is just fucking figure it out for yourself. You know, body shot. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. WrestleMania, figure it out for yourself.
We know for a fact it's Jericho and Owens for the US title.
Is it?
And we know for a
fact,
that's
not announced, is it?
Yeah, because he said it Monday night there.
Oh, yeah.
Because, Owens said, if you put up your belt, and Jericho was like, I have to think about it. And he's like, yeah. And he just like immediately says yes, right? Then Orton versus Wyatt.
Orton and Wyatt, yeah.
Is it?
No, there's...
Oh, and if you can call this being announced, is fucking Alexa Bliss versus some unknown amount of women.
She's taking on every single person on the SmackDown roster.
Apparently, every available woman, they said.
I don't know. Like, let's go. I don't even. The thing is what kind of matches that he was supposed to be, man?
Well, that's what I mean. It's funny when even the commentators afterwards are questioning what the hell's going on. JBL was like, is it an elimination? Is it over the top rope battle royal? Is it a fucking all out brawl? Like, what? He didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I seen a report today that was like pretty much the set matches or whatever, and it's just like 14 matches that are pretty much set in stone, which is a lot of matches. Like, because WrestleMania has like the guest appearances and all the hoopla, and those old Hogan or Austin or Rock or someone will show up for an in-ring. Like, there's a lot of like out of the ring kind of stuff going, so it seems like it's gonna be a long show, eh? Like, I don't even know with the 2-hour pre-show even. Like, I don't know if we're gonna squeeze all that in, but because there's
they have They probably have the Andre Battle Royal on the pre-show, I'd say.
Oh, God. Oh, Ziggler's he's in that now.
Oh, Jesus.
Him and
we know, like,
Mojo
that's
Rawley?
Just pray for Mojo.
Fucking, he was cutting an epic promo here on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're gonna get to WrestleMania. Let's get to Raw and SmackDown. But there's a couple of like off the things like so. Rick Rude's going to the Hall of Fame. Well, that's good. Finally, fuck. Like that's way overdue. I don't even know what took
way over. But that should have been like fucking 15 years ago. By.
Yeah, man. Like he should have waited like when he died, really, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
Marty Jannetty is making a porno. That was another news story this week.
I forgot about that.
The old Marty Jannetty of porn. Fucking, he's got like 100. Just what was it? Slam some dirty bitches or whatever he said.
What was my question was, when did Marty Jannetty become a gangster?
I don't know.
Like he was like my dog and all this. He said Snoop was setting it up with it. He's like my brother Snoop.
Well, he started.
Is he talking like He's talking like Snoop Dogg. So him and Snoop Dogg are close apparently.
Well, yeah, my brother Snoop.
And Snoop's getting it set up with porn so he can bang some big booty bitches.
Well, he said something like smash through and tear up some dirty bitches or something. I was like, alright. Friggin'
he's out of
right.
He's like a fucking 58-year-old white man.
And he said something like, "What's up, my ninjas?" or something like. What?
Yeah, we had ninjas. I was like the Jannetty ninjas.
Like, what's happening here? And then he's like, yeah, so he's going to smash some dirty bitches. Like, okay. And not only that, $150,000 for 3 movies seems out of control for Marty Jannetty. He wouldn't even get paid that to wrestle for like 5 years. Like, no. Who's paying that $150,000? Like, seems like a lot of money to pay Marty Jannetty. And on a side note, what's going on with wrestling porn? Like, seems like every podcast, there's some more porn stories going on. Like, maybe he should friggin' show up in old Montreal Screwjob and fucking do something to Michaels or something. Oh, friggin'.
You imagine it starts off with the female Michaels thrown into the old barbershop.
And then, instead of getting glass on the face, he gets something else on the face. Oh, no. You thought the glass made a mess. Oh! Jannetty, easy. Like,
oh, Bruce Beefcake came back there and just giving her.
Oh, friggin', what was his name in WCW?
Bruce Beefcake?
What was his name in WCW? Not his real name, Ed Leslie, but like there was.
No, he was.
Fuck, he was a headliner like He headlined a Starcade or something one year, mate.
Well, he became fucking something really stupid in WCW one time. He was like he was in the Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah, that was really bad. Oh, I don't know. So anyway, that's. I don't know. There's lots of little stories. Yeah, look it up. I don't know what it is. But the
man, I looked up Ed Leslie and come up the man of 1,000 horrible gimmicks.
Well, like, Beefcake was like as a kid, I guess it wasn't that bad.
Okay, so listen, he made the first time he debuted WCW, he was referred to as Brother Brutai. Then he became the Butcher. That's what he was called in the Dungeon of Doom. Then the Three Faces figure broke up. He then became an amnesiac called the Man with No Name.
What?
Yeah. Then he was the Zodiac. Then he became the Booty Man.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He was the Booty Man. Yeah. Then he was the Disciple.
Mm. Well, Ed Leslie did have 1,000 gimmicks.
That's what he was called, the Disciple. After that's when the whole One Warrior Nation and all that stuff was going on.
Didn't he bang old freaking Hogan's wife? Or no, that was Bubba the Love Sponge, wasn't it?
Oh, Hogan banged Bubba the Love Sponge's wife.
Hogan's a mad greaseball, fucking. He's had a lot of weird old stories. That's what freaking. When you think about it. And Hulk Hogan's dick is bigger than Terry Blaze's dick, which is.
This is weird. That didn't make any sense. He's the same person, isn't it?
Right, not when he hulks up, I suppose. But yeah, Hogan's weird. I'm glad that they got to do that fella anymore. So who do you think's going to be any?
Well, there's rumors that he's coming back. Like they're kind of trying to phase him back in.
Well, he's like 64 years
He
old.
won't even show up at Mania.
I was going to say, who do you think's going to be There's got to be some surprises at Mania. Like, who do you think's going to show up between like? You think there's going to be any old faces show up?
Definitely, but they can't recycle the ones they did last year.
Well, what was last year? I don't even remember.
Well, last year was all of them really. It was Mick Foley.
Oh yeah.
And Austin and Shawn Michaels come out and beat up Rusev, and then what were they called again?
The worst. I don't know. I can't even. Like, I don't remember anything anymore about fucking like.
What were they called? The Nation. Well, no. Not the Nation.
Fuck. All right. Who was it again? Like, that's bad. That was like weird.
It was Wade Barrett, Sheamus, Rusev, and
League of Nations.
Alberto Del Rio. The League of Nations. I know Nation was in there.
Oh my god, that was so bad. Alright, first of all, well, Foley doesn't need to show up because he's fucking eat. And I'm pretty sure he's dying, really. Like, seriously, like, isn't he? Like, I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, even when he's on TV, he's cutting a promo. There's just something's off. Like, he doesn't look healthy. Like, he looks alright. I don't know. He's just something's weird with that guy. But I'm thinking, like, maybe because the New Day's got like someone come, like they're gonna have like their box of cereal is gonna tip over and like some legend's gonna come out of it or some shit. I don't know. Maybe like they're gonna have the Bootios there when it tips over, all the Bootios come out and then out comes old fucking Jake Snake, loaded drunk.
The snake between the snake between his legs, like he's
and he's just shouting out, Lord Damien over there. Like, what? Damien's not here. Damien's been dead for 30 years, but an old DDP runs out with an old fucking towel to cover up his naked ass and hauls him to the back. Well, DDP tries to save the day again. Oh, yeah. That was another thing about, go back to that Jannetty thing. Apparently, Bushwhacker Luke, yes, Bushwhacker Luke, was trying to get Marty Jannetty to enroll in DDP, because Marty Jannetty's an alcoholic and a drug addict. So, when that story came out, Bushwhacker Luke came out like a couple of hours later and was like, poor Marty, he's like, I tried to get him to enroll in DDP yoga, but he was supposed to show up in Atlanta or something, he didn't show up. So, on top of banging bitches and he's ninjas, fucking apparently he's a raging alcoholic.
Sounds like Marty Jannetty's gonna have to
I can't believe that in 2017 Marty Jannetty's taken up like 5 minutes of a podcast. That's credit to him, actually, isn't it? Jannetty's still making news. So yeah, there's gonna be.
Well, we probably pay him $5 and get him to come on the podcast, probably.
Well, I could probably e-transfer him like $1.50.
Give it enough to get like a little bit of coke.
Yeah,
should be all over.
He's fucking eat. So anyway, we'll get serious. We got time for some wrestling. So WrestleMania's coming up. They didn't have any matches announced. They got some. Now I just was when we were going on the air earlier, I was reading something there. It was a spoiler from the Wrestling Observer after Mania. I'm reading this for the first time, but it says Lesnar is expected, blah, blah, blah. The match is not expected to go on long. It suggests that it could be under 5 minutes. It's also believed to be Goldberg's last match for the company. Plans thereafter. It's expected that Roman Reigns will beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, which is setting up for Roman Reigns to beat Lesnar at SummerSlam and conquer the Beast. So basically, all this is being done for Roman, it sounds like. I don't even care if Roman Reigns really beats The Undertaker at Mania, because he's already lost now.
I don't care about.
And
yeah, I don't care about the.
But my feel, I like.
All right, let me get my 2 cents on it. So, what do you think's closing the show? Do you think they're gonna have Lesnar closing the show as the champ? That seems kind of weird to me. Like, Goldberg's supposed to be the one that's over. They're not gonna have him lose.
Yeah, but Lesnar's over too. Well, I would say they'd close the show if it was going to be a good match. Because you got to end Mania with, like, at least a sensible fucking match.
Yeah, but there's going to be 5 minutes.
That's what I mean. Like, so,
that's the main event of Mania.
I don't think that's what I mean. I don't think it's going to end it.
Do you think it's going to be, the end is going to be Roman Reigns standing over The Undertaker?
Ding, 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 ding. Pretty much it.
That's horrible, man. How can they expect people to cheer him winning over Taker, though? Isn't Taker supposed to be like the fan favorite phenom and like the legend and everything else. Like, I don't get it.
Well, they said that I think
Reigns
they
coming off as the heel here. I don't understand this at all.
Well, they expect Roman to be even the biggest heel on the show that night, even though he's not turning heel. He just expects it. That's what I read. Like, they know he's gonna get booed to shit, but yeah, it's not even that he like Undertaker losing. Like, I don't really care because whatever, he's already lost. But the Roman Reigns WrestleMania thing is kind of getting out of hand, actually, by we think of it. Like, there's not very many wrestlers in history that, like, his track record the last few years is amazing, really. Like, he's headlined like 2 WrestleManias. He's gonna go over fucking Undertaker this year, probably to end the show. He's gonna get shit on, man. Like, is this what they think is good? Like, I'm not even harping on Roman Reigns here. It could be anybody, but do they think that's good for business? Like, you got people flying from all over the goddamn world, paying thousands of dollars to go to a wrestling show. If he's going over Undertaker, fair enough, but if you put that on last, and that's the last image of the biggest show of the year, is 55,000 people booing the shit out of a baby face, who in their right mind in the back is going, yeah, that's a good idea? Like, it's not even a Roman Reigns thing, it's just a common sense thing. Like, I don't know, man. Like, that seems like a scary way to end the biggest show of the year. Like,
and like I said, on the other note of that, because I read somewhere that they were talking about Lesnar and Goldberg closing the show, but do you put on a 5-minute fucking shit fest where the guy you've built up for the last years being this unstoppable beast gets beat in 5 minutes by Lesnar, and Lesnar standing over him with the belt, and then it goes off the air? Like, what? That doesn't mean, to me, that's also a very low point. Like, I don't really care about that. I don't give a fuck. It's true, I don't. Like, who cares? Like, is Brock Lesnar, like, if this was maybe like 5 years ago, it would have been a bigger deal. Now it's just like, whatever.
Well, nobody gives a fuck. But we're on a podcast, and I gotta be honest with you, and I can't believe I'm saying this, when I looked at the show today, the potential, on paper, there's a chance for some good fucking matches here. The build-up has been shitty, but, like, on paper, it doesn't look that bad, in my opinion, anyway. Like, we got, like, Lesnar and Goldberg's a shit show, and Reigns and Taker is a shit show. I don't know what's expected of that. AJ is going to make something of that Shane match. That's going to be memorable. For better or for worse, you know and I know that match, it'd probably be the best match on the show, or one of them.
Well, it's going to be a lot of good spots.
Yeah, like
it's going to be a spot.
Fucking AJ is going to fly around, and Shane takes crazy bumps. That match is going to stand out. Jericho and Owens should be a good match. The fucking Neville and Aries should be a good match. The Orton and Wyatt should be a good match. The mixed tag match, I don't know what the match is going to be like. It's going to be shit. But the build-up is one of the best ones they got going. Like, on paper, it's not too terrible, really. Like, they waited too long, but
the women's matches aren't going to be good, I think.
Well, no, the women's matches are going to be fucking horrible shit, but it's not just about Mania. Like, there's still, the road to Mania has still got some twists and turns in it. Like,
oh, you forgot about Dean Ambrose under a forklift match?
So the premise of the match is, the boys don't actually wrestle. Dean Ambrose has to get out from underneath the forklift and get into the ring, and then he wins? Is that how it works? I don't even understand.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like a reverse battle royal.
So he's dead, by the way, because, like, I mean, so if nobody's seen SmackDown, fucking Baron Corbin, like, those forklifts lift like 1,000 pounds or more, or 2,000 pounds. So that weight came down too. Whatever it can lift, it can do coming the other way. He fucking put the forks down on old Ambrose, and the best part was, this is the hilarious part, I don't know if you noticed or not, he was like 6 inches away from the top of the forks. And he was like
That's why it's funny, because it wasn't hurting him at all. He's just acting
like
it was. He was like grabbing it.
And then the whole time JBL's like, he's unhinged. He's a lunatic. He's unhinged. You're like, no, he's not. Like,
yeah, he's like, that was the most deplorable thing I've ever seen. He should be arrested.
In the history of wrestling, apparently. And then, so I don't know, like, well, is that for a title? Who the fuck's champion, man?
Dean Ambrose is IC champion.
I don't know. Right.
I think so.
Why do we even do a wrestling podcast? We don't know who champion is.
No. Well, he hasn't defended it in forever.
Well, he hasn't defended it ever. Does he even have it?
I don't even think he comes out to the ring with it anymore.
No, it's like it's too much trouble to get through customs, so he just leaves it back at his lunatic fucking fringe or whatever the name. I fucking. So anyway, so some of the funny stuff that happened this week. There's some funny stuff because I want to get to Raw and SmackDown a little bit and actually talk about it because it's not just like what led to Mania. I want to talk about that, but the Undertaker and Reigns feud. We'll touch on that quick and why it's happening. So basically, what happened was people, for some reason, this is how it went down. Friggin' Braun Strowman was like, yeah. He's like, I'm calling out Roman Reigns, didn't I? And it's got nothing to do with Taker at all. And then Roman Reigns at the end of the show, he waits till like 11 o'clock so we're all half asleep. He comes out and he's like, Roman Reigns. He's like, nobody likes you. Come out. And his music hits.
Well, wait. Hold on a second. Wait a second. We also got to touch on the fact that the commentators were saying that Braun Strowman's coming out to finish what he started at Fastlane. When he lost clean at Fastlane to Roman Reigns.
He was coming to...
So how did he start anything? He lost.
They're so stupid. They couldn't just say he was coming to avenge Fastlane. No.
He was coming out to finish what
so
he
he's coming to lose again.
At Fastlane.
Yeah, so he was coming out for one reason, and that was to get beat again. Because if he was going to finish what he started, buddy, you lost. So anyway, he came out to finish what he started, which was 1, 2, 3, clean in the middle of the ring. And he's already... Strowman, by the way, is already back down from Lesnar, and he backed down from Big Show, like already in the last like month and a half. So he comes out, and then Roman Reigns' music hits for like half a second, and all of a sudden Undertaker comes out, whatever. So two of these guys are in the ring, and the crowd is loving this. Like, it's like fucking 80s again, man. Everyone's like, holy shit. When she does that for ending anyway, fucking some old fella drops a piece of popcorn on the fucking 13th row or something. Everyone's like, holy shit. But
this is awesome.
yeah, but he's eating an old bag of chips in the corner. This is awesome. So all of a sudden, fucking Undertaker comes out and he's like, and the monster among men. That's what isn't that his nickname? The monster among men.
Or the mountain among men, or monster of mountains, or something.
The mountain of a man, or whatever. Like fucking the mountain among men, mountain of a person, whatever. She looks at Taker, she's like, fuck this. And leaves. So, in 48 hours, the fucking mountain of a monster, or whatever his name is, fucking, she loses clean at Fastlane. And then Undertaker comes out and Buddy pisses his pants and leaves.
He runs
well, that's not even it.
He ran to the crowd too, like a little girl. Like,
yeah, I know. He's like, oh no. I was like, okay. I was like, first of all right, Undertaker's 912 years old. Can he walk? Okay, and for some reason she's having orgasms in the ring because he can't control his bladder. Maybe he was pissing that time.
You could have. He's depends on all that. He's got 2 fake hips and everything.
Yeah,
sure. You don't get a hip.
She got more fake hips than Rowdy Piper. Fucking. So this gets even better. Reigns comes out and okay, this is where it just gets weird. Reigns is like, listen, this is my yard. And for some reason, Taker's like, yeah. He fucking chokeslams him. And then they both look, well, hold on, sorry, I missed a part. At one point, they both looked up at the WrestleMania sign, which is like, we talked about this, the most overplayed fucking way to, for the last 10 years, that damn WrestleMania sign, holy fuck. So they both looked up at it. After he chokeslams him, not even announced, no general manager, the commentator's like, it's been set. Roman Reigns. So that match is actually announced. So you forgot about that one because they did announce it at the end. And remember, I texted you. I was like, okay. I was like, the match is announced because the Bowden Boys looked up at the sign. Like that was it. What a feud! You looked at the sign. So did you. I hate you.
This is my yard now.
So the boys are in a yard on a pole match.
Dog versus dog.
Well, yeah, it's big evil big dog versus the dog or whatever the fuck Buddy's name is.
It's a kennel from hell.
Kennel from hell fucking match at Mania for no reason. Like they didn't even bring up I didn't want them to bring up the Rumble because that's stupid. There's no reason. Like I have no idea. And I read that Vince canceled Cena versus Taker because He's always wanted Reigns versus Taker at Mania. Vince is fucking senile, but
he's always wanted. Reigns has only been there for like 4 years.
But apparently, when old Razor Ramon was taking on 1-2-3 Kid back in '92, Vince was like, "Hey, I want Reigns." Reigns like 4 years old.
They're like, who the fuck is Roman Reigns?
Buddy's playing with these fucking race cars in his bedroom somewhere. Vince wants them at Mania. So the whole ending of Raw, I thought it was fucking hilarious. Like, just the commentary announcing the match, Braun Strowman run away after he already lost, Taker just being Taker. Because I'm sorry, I know nobody listens, and if people did listen, this would get a lot of shit because everyone loves Taker, and I do too. But give it up, bye. Honestly, like, Taker is a legend. Yes, he's top 5 ever in WWE, but he gotta go, man. Like, he is fucking hilarious these days. Like, even everything he does, I'm not even joking. I'm laughing every time he comes out at something he's doing. I'm like, this is fucking deadly. Like, he's become like, maybe not to other people, but to me, I can't stop laughing at him.
Well, it started, I think, with that whole smile thing he did remember that against Lesnar?
Oh, yeah.
When he was like, me.
Yeah, like, so Strowman's done. Like you said, Strowman will be fighting old friggin' Darren Young now in a couple months.
Oh, for sure. He's going to be fucking... They'll give him some kind of stupid dancing gimmick or something.
Oh, yeah. Like, there's no... Like, in WWE, when all else fails, you know what you got to do. Give her a dancing gimmick. Like,
well, every big man, I think, in history who's gone from, like, upper mid-card main event status down below it has got a dancing gimmick. So you take, like, fucking... What's his face? Great Khali. Then Tensai, Brodus Clay.
Oh, yeah.
All these guys... Rikishi. All these guys were given fucking...
All fucking given
dancing gimmicks afterwards.
Everyone, man, that's like their go-to. It's like, oh, I don't know what to do with them. But the weird part is they had, like, Strowman. Holy fuck, man, they had that guy on the right track, too. Like, he was...
well, even if fans were getting behind him,
yeah, man.
Like, just, the fans were liking him. I don't understand. I liked him. I liked Strowman. I had no problems with Strowman at all, man. He's a big dude. He was... When he came into it, he was green. Like, green as fucking grass, but he picked it up pretty fast, and he was able to, like, put off a decent match for his size. And they just dropped the ball with him horribly, man.
Well, they had it going until... Well, Fastlane ended it. And, like we said, everybody... Basically, Roman Reigns was built up for 8 months just to be fed to the fucking big dog, or whatever the fuck his name is. The old fucking...
Yeah, it makes no sense. Like, well, this, like you said... This is like what you said Sunday night, well, when Fastlane was on. For the last 8 months, he's been like, give me some competition, give me competition. First time he gives him competition, he loses.
Yeah.
So what was the point of him looking for competition?
Holy! I'm born storming, and I need fucking competition. Boss gives him Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3. Then he runs away. The next night was just the best. I'm like, who's booking this fucking thing? So that happened, and then so this is Mania. We're getting to Mania. The next one is the Rollins and Triple H fiasco. Now I'm not going to shit on Triple H's episode. I don't want to spend too much time on it because it does it every episode where I just shits on old Triple H. But I'll let you take over here. What the fuck is going on with this? Like, what's happening?
I don't know. I honestly think that they're not announcing a match because they're afraid that Rollins is not going to be ready in time. So I think if he's not ready in time, they're just going to do like a segment where he comes out and Triple H comes out and they fight or whatever, and that's it.
Okay. At what point, even like, because he's been hurt for what, a month or so now?
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, like, at what point do you just say, like, pull the plug? It was going to, like, it had a bit of steam, which it didn't because they left it way too long. Fucking... It was August when Owens beat fucking Rollins for the belt, and Triple H did his whole thing there, remember? And then Triple H disappeared for like 5 months, so the steam's already gone, but this is a match at Mania or a segment or something. I don't know what to think about this. Like, I'm sure whatever they do at Mania will be like, okay, but this was supposed to be pretty much, if I'm like probably within the top 3 biggest matches on the show. No, I guess. And
Well,
it's gone fucking downhill big time.
Do you think possibly if Rollins is injured or still injured and can't wrestle a full match, could this possibly be where he implements like a legend to come out?
Yeah, but what, a legend to fight Triple H? Like,
yeah, so like Rollins calls like, I don't know, fucking Austin out, and Austin's up with Stunner's Triple H, and you know what I mean?
Maybe. Well, it's WrestleMania, so they'll end up doing something. Maybe old fucking $1 Million Man will come out or something and be like... She'll come out and fucking be like, yeah, and then you'll fucking put her in the old $1 Million Dream or something, and that'll be the segment. Like, they're going to do something stupid. It's just disappointing just because Rollins needs to fucking retire from wrestling forever. He's a man, Headbanger Mosh is a better wrestler than fucking Seth Rollins. Like,
it's a shame because he had some good momentum going before he got injured the first time.
Yeah, that was like 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just saying he had some good momentum going. Like he had that kind of heel character that everybody was kind of getting behind a little tiny bit, and he was doing pretty good. I don't know. I was getting behind him a little bit. His style was a lot different than what it is now. Because even when he came back there from an injury, we talked about it before how his style changed. I guess he was afraid he was going to get hurt again or something. And well, look what happened. But I don't even think I think this time he got hurt really wasn't. It was his fault, yes, but it wasn't in a match. I think it was just like a freak accident this time.
Whoa!
Like he just kind of he went down wrong when Joe put him into the coquina clutch. He kind of like just fell wrong on his leg or whatever and blew his knee out. But
well, maybe it's just a sign someone telling him to fuck give it up by, even if it's freak accident or not. Like. It's at a hand, is what it is. Like, he's not trustworthy anymore. I mean, he's not. I like...
Well, it gets to the point where you look at, like, an NFL player. So you get a football player. He blows his knee out. Rehabs, it comes back. He's back a few months, blows his knee out again. At what point you're like, you probably shouldn't be a fucking football player no more, man. He's blowing your knee out all the time. So, yeah, at some point... At what point do they say, well, you know what, we can't do anything with you. We can't give you the belt because we don't know when you're going to get injured again. They usually kind of back off from people who get injured that much, you know what I mean?
Well, nobody in recent, as far as I remember, there's nobody fucking ever, man, that like had a 2-3 year span like this. It is fucking ridiculous. Like it actually, well,
Balor's not looking good.
But it's not just like what he's the matches that he's been in with other people. And every time it happens, it's a freak accident. Every time. That's just like, and maybe it is. Maybe he's got like 5 freak accidents in a row. But freak accident usually means like it's pretty much an anomaly. It only happens every now and then. But well, like,
I don't think the buckle bombs are freak accidents. That's a dangerous, like, that's just a bad.
Yes, like fucking ass Sting and Balor, and so he's hurt. He's hurt like 3 other people and put him out. We ended Sting's career, first of all, which is like. Oh, by the way, on top of all this, Buddy fucking ended old Sting's career. He can't wrestle anymore. Yeah. Balor came in, won the fucking belt, getting ready for the biggest push in the history of wrestling. First match, Buddy fucking murders her, and she's fucking out for like 9 months. And like he's just, all I'm saying is I got no problem. Like I actually like Rollins a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of him, but I don't mind him. Trust me, he's not the worst on the show, that's for sure. So, but. I'm being honest, man. Like, at what point... Because the hilarious part is you hear Vince talking about, like, Sasha Banks and Bryan. He's like, they're injury-prone. We're not going to give them a shot. Really? Like, Seth Rollins will come back. You know he's going to be put back in the main event picture, but... Look at... it amazes me how he gets hurt so much when you watch someone like Dean Ambrose. When was the last time he was fucking hurt? Ever? I don't think he ever was.
No, I think that's one of the things he was talking about. Ambrose was talking one time how he doesn't get injured.
Yeah, like, there's a good way to wrestle, there's a bad way to wrestle, and then there's just you suck. And I'm not sure if this guy is, like, injury prone and it's just fluky, or if he just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing out there, man. Like, I'm not harping on him to the point that I'm saying he's a shitty wrestler, just maybe, I don't know, like, if he's even that good. Like, nobody gets hurt. Like, wrestling is, you're not supposed to actually get hurt. If you get hurt and someone else gets hurt, you're not good at your job, man. Like, I don't know. It's out of hand. So that match has gone down the fucking toilet because of the Rollins thing. The Battle Royal's on the go. Mojo Rawley's in the Battle Royal. He's gonna win it.
Oh, yeah.
If he knows he is.
I wonder who's going to win it.
Mojo Rawley. He said he was on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, that wins that.
Why? Didn't he say on SmackDown that it was Mojo's time? Woo woo woo. He's gonna win it. Who are you going for? You don't want Mojo on that?
I honestly don't know who's going to win that. I don't really care, but
who won it last year? Corbin.
Honestly, don't. Yeah. So who's won it so far? Cesaro won it one year. Cesaro won it the first year.
Didn't Big Show win it the first year?
I thought Cesaro won it the first year, then Big Show won it the year after.
Maybe. Well, Big Show, Cesaro, and fucking one more, I think, probably. Corbin, yeah.
It was Corbin.
So
Corbin
that's a pre-show match. Some good stuff. It's not all shit. The Miz and Cena stuff.
Did you hear what did you watch Talking Smack?
I never watched it, but I seen the clip of when Miz ate fucking Cena.
And well, did you hear what Brian said?
Yes, about him wrestling again or whatever.
In a year and a half.
That's another horrible decision.
Well, no. The deal is that's when his contract with WWE is up.
Well, I know, but like I just don't think I don't think he should ever wrestle again. He's a fucking idiot if he does. Like,
I don't know, man. Like, apparently, from what I understand, he was cleared by doctors. His own doctors, his WWE doctors that said he couldn't do it. And I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm sure if a doctor clears him and he goes, no doctor's going to let him wrestle if he can't. You know what I mean? They got to clear him first. He can't just like walk into somewhere and be like, yes, boy, I wants to wrestle tonight. And they're going to be like, okay, and just let him wrestle.
I guess, like, I don't know.
He needs to get doctor's clearance to wrestle.
Like,
I'm sure he'll probably go back to like Ring of Honor or something to have like a farewell match or something, and that's it.
No, I don't. I want to see him wrestle again. Like, maybe, and I shouldn't. You're right, actually, because, like, fuck, I don't even know what the WWE's up to. They're all fucking eat there, man. Like, WWE is like, we were talking about this before, how it's like, there's no other company in the fucking world, I don't think, that's ran, like, micromanaged to the point that WWE is. It's actually, if you think of it, like, actually think about how micromanaged it is, to the point that you can hardly even talk or say or tweet. You can't do anything. Like, NBA, NFL, entertainment, fucking franchises, like, even Google and all that, nothing's ran like WWE. Like, it is stifling to the point that you can't even say anything. So who knows what the fuck they're up to, like.
The fact of the matter is, so that's a good point. Like, you're watching hockey, let's say. You're watching an NHL game. Can you imagine that, like, Gary Bettman, or wherever the commissioner in NHL is.
Gary Bettman.
Can you imagine him giving, like, certain words that the commentators aren't allowed to say?
Yeah.
Like, you're not allowed to say hockey puck. You know what I mean? Like,
you can't say
that's ridiculous. Because
we're branding it a different way.
Yeah, in WWE, you cannot say
fans.
I want a shot.
Fans. You're not allowed to say fans.
Or fans, yeah. The fans say it's got to be the universe.
Oh, that's so bad.
Right? And you can't say, what was it? I want the
title.
You got to say, I want the title. You can't say, I want the belt.
No, and you can't say,
like
we were talking about, you can't say the granddaddy of them all because it makes it sound old or whatever. Old. So it's the ultimate thriller.
WrestleMania 34, the fact that it's 34 doesn't make it sound old. Like, it makes no fucking sense.
Holy fuck, man. WrestleMania, this is 33, isn't it?
Or 33. Even still, 33, still 33 years old. If you consider that old, it's going to sound old. I don't get it, man. If somebody calls it the granddaddy of them all, I'm not going to be like, I'm not watching that boy. It's fucking
yeah,
old.
Like, what kind of senile old bastard sits in his fucking house going, if someone hears granddaddy, they automatically assume that, like, boy, I know what you know. Like, you be fucking joking, man. But, like, it's true, though. Like, there's nothing else like it. Like, ever in the history of the fucking world. Like, it is a dictatorship beyond fucking Hitler, man. Really, when you think about it. Like, and it wasn't.
And the fact that you get in trouble. You get in trouble for saying stuff.
Well, saying anything. Like, you can't even, like, nothing. But, like, the show is so stifled. It's fucking hilarious. And, like, it's not just sports. Like, in life and everything. Like, I watch, like, movie stars and entertainment places. Like, everybody has their own little thing going on. Like, man, how many times does a hockey player or a hockey coach get, like, the referee does a bad call, and after the game, the old hockey coach goes up to press conference and he's like, fuck this shit, like, this is bullshit, fucking, and he gets fined or something. But in wrestling, there's, like, nothing. You're not allowed to do anything.
You take the sport that's closest to wrestling, probably, and look at, like, MMA. Let's take UFC. Same kind of deal. Let's say the ref makes a bad call. Sure, fucking Dana White's on Twitter and Facebook saying how big a cunt he is and how a fucking asshole he's never using that ref again and all this other stuff. Well, he's the president of the goddamn company.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Vince going on Twitter and be like, "What a fucking piece of shit that fella is"?
I know.
Nah, that ain't happening.
That's what, isn't it? It is weird. Like, I never really thought about that before, but that is kind of fucked up how you're not allowed to do anything. So, Wyatt and Orton, is pretty much the best story, I think, from my opinion anyway, that's been going. I don't know what the match is going to be like, really. Like, I don't remember.
I think the match is going to be pretty much paint by numbers. It's going to be a decent match. I don't think there's going to be nothing.
No, I don't think so either.
But I don't think it's going to be a stinker. I think it's going to be just like a decent match.
Yeah, like, I don't remember any single Wyatt matches. Like, I remember the Wyatt family versus fucking Shield, yeah, that was a really good match. But that was like 6 people in a shit show. But I don't remember. Like, I'm not saying Bray Wyatt's not a good wrestler. Like, his psychology is good and stuff. But I don't remember any of his matches one-on-one where I'm like, holy fuck, that was like goddamn fucking Shawn Michaels Undertaker or something. You know what I mean? So, and then Orton is an acquired taste. Now, I'm at Orton, Mark. I think Orton's pretty much probably the best wrestler of the last 10 years, like, in the WWE. But that's just my opinion. But I like his style. His psychology is off the charts. But it's not for everybody. Like, a lot of people find him just, like, methodically boring. But I like that. Like, I like how I'm not watching a fucking circus. I'm actually watching. That's just an opinion. So, but that mixed in with, like,
psychology. Well, you mentioned Jake the Snake earlier. That's who he kind of reminds me of, like, almost like a modern day. That's what he reminds me of, and his like slow. His slow, methodical style.
Well, Jake, yeah, like, I don't know, like, and he can pick it up. Like, he's had matches where it's not like, he had some matches with Christian like 4 or 5 years ago, and poor Christian. Speaking of Hall of Fame too, we're gonna get to that. We already got the Rick Rude, but get that fucker in there too, because if Edge is in there, I know he's a 742-time world champion, and he stole Matt Hardy's girlfriend, but Christian, I think, man, like, Edge and Christians, aren't they like one of those legendary tag teams in the history of wrestling? So, like, he should be in. That's a side note. But, so, Orton Wyatt, I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be, like, any... It's not going to be fucking badness or anything, man. But, like, their styles are pretty much the same. I think it'll be a slower type match. But it should be somewhere between, like, the 3.5 to 4 stars max. It's not going over 4. If that goes over 4 stars, I'll be fucking shocked. But, like, if that's, like, 4.5 star match, I'll be shocked.
It's going to be a decent match. It's not going to stink up the place, and it's not going to be a show stealer or nothing.
He's not going to be a showstopper?
Well, that's the same thing with Jericho and Owens.
It's not going to be a very good match, I don't think.
I think it's going to it's going to be a decent match. Like, I think the story is going to be more than what the match is going to be.
If they can tell a good story in the ring, then it'll be a deadly match.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a fucking shit show. It's not going to be horrible. I'm not going to watch it and be like, fuck, this is crap. But I'm not going to be blown away by no means.
No, Jericho hasn't had, like, a really good match in a long time. No, that doesn't mean that he's not, like, he's one of my favorites of all time.
It's not that they're bad. Well, Jericho's matches are just decent a lot of the times, right? They're just, he goes out and he does what he can do, and that's it.
Like, even his matches with AJ last year, who's the best wrestler in the fucking world, like, they were 3 stars, 3.5, like, he's fucking 47 years old, man. So, he's like, he can't do what he used to do, but with Jericho and Owens to his younger version of, they can do a lot of stuff by psychology, like you're talking about. They can tell a story, right?
We can look at it this way. So, Jericho debuted in wrestling way before Goldberg did. Goldberg's in the main event wrestling fucking a minute and a half. And Jericho's out there fucking all the time going through all these crazy matches.
Goldberg can't even fucking walk, man. Like, seriously.
That's what I mean. So, and I mean, how old's Goldberg? I think Goldberg's like 53.
No, he's 50.
Oh, 50. So he's only 3 years older than Jericho, and Jericho's been in the wrestling business for like maybe 10 years longer than him. So
you make a good point, but think about this. He's in the wrestling business, well, not 10 years maybe, but Jericho started like 7 or 8 years probably before him. But those 12 years where Goldberg was away, and those 4 years after WCW before he came back, a total of like 16 years since WCW, he didn't do anything. Guess where Jericho was that whole fucking time in the last 2 decades? Wrestling every night. He's been, so the years before and in between that whole 2 decades, while Goldberg's sitting at home like, I have a son. I like my son. I love you. Fucking, he's been out wrestling all over the world.
Well, that's what I mean. And Jericho's almost the same age. Shouldn't Jericho be more beat up and in like you know what I mean, harder shape than what Goldberg would? But Goldberg, he took a bump for the first time. He took the whole F5. I thought he was gonna die. And his sweat was like dripping off his face.
Some of his promos to come back, like just cutting a promo, I'm like, holy fuck. You know what? It kind of reminded me of old Warrior versus Croak a few years ago. I was like, boy, this fella's going to die in the old parking lot at the Holiday Inn or she could get the continental breakfast and just dropped in. His last words will be, jackhammer, spear, 1, 2, 3. Like, he's fucking horrible shape. When he come out, that one promo, where he come out there like a month ago, when he headbutted the door and he was bleeding, like, I was texting the whole time, like, boy, I can't even watch this, like, Buddy's sweating profusely, she can't breathe, and for some reason he's fucking bleeding, man, like, and you're like, boy, I don't know what's going on here. And I didn't know what was going on, so that's a horrible shit show. Like, but Jericho and Owens, same as what, like, these are matches that, like, they're relying more on, they're the 2 matches that I don't even care really about them. I'm not like, oh, I hope the stories are good, right? Like, Jericho and Owens has been built up for 7 or 8 months. Wyatt and fucking Orton has been built up for 7 or 8 months. So I'm kind of like, I don't really care too much. Like, I'm not expecting guys to go out and do some fucking goddamn miracle shit and put in like 5-star match or anything. I like the stories. The other matches where there's not much of a story, like Reigns and Taker has no story at all. So, actually, which match is going to be worse, Reigns and Taker or Goldberg and Lesnar? That's a fucking toss up, isn't it?
Oh, Goldberg and Lesnar's going to be horrible, I think.
They're saying it's going to be under... Can you imagine WrestleMania Universal title fucking match under 5 minutes? And you know who's... Worst thing is too, man. You know what else fuck shit like. You know who's fucking... Honestly. That Goldberg's obviously winning. Everybody and their fucking grandmother knows that Goldberg's leaving. And everyone knows that he's been humiliated by fucking Goldberg like 5 times. This is like, this might be the most predictable match in Mania history. We all knows Lesnar's winning. It's not even like one person can give me a reasonable reason why Goldberg would win. Like, it's not happening. This match is seal the deal, close the envelope, she's over, baby. It's Lesnar's winning. So that's kind of making it fucking, like, oh god.
Well, because, let's say, for example, they have Goldberg win. Well, obviously Lesnar's fucking eat after that. There's no salvaging him, you know what I mean? And he's the guy you're supposed to continue on with. He's fucking done if he loses to Goldberg.
Well, he loses that Mania to Goldberg.
And then what he's supposed to do is believe he can beat Reigns, who just beat Undertaker and beat everybody in the fucking world at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not happening. He can't be a credible threat to anybody at that point. What's the other one? I got the women's belt, the women's match. It was going to be... Well, right now they're saying it's a triple threat.
Yeah, it's staying that way, I think.
Yeah.
Old fucking Nia Jax didn't get put in because she's too fat.
Well, I can't see her adding anything to it. You know what I mean? She doesn't really need to be there.
Too fat?
The 3 of them, same kind of deal. I think it's going to be a botch fest. I think it's going to be a fucking shit show, that match is going to be. I think the pressure's going to be on them too much, and they're going to try to pull off too much and try to upstage everybody else, and then they're going to fucking everybody.
That's when they botches everybody. Did you see Bayley's promo on Raw? Oh my god. But
she needs to stay far away from Mike. Well, this is what I said to you. I was like, with all the money the WWE got, they can't hire a fucking acting coach for her or something. Like she seriously, why would you put somebody on TV like that who can't even speak.
It's like
She can't. She has no comprehension in human language, man.
It's
like there's no flow. There's no like her emotions aren't there or something, man. She's just it's all over the place. I don't understand.
But not only that, her finisher is like the worst finisher in probably history of wrestling. I think it's worse than Perfect Plex, and that was the like look at the time it was okay. When you look back now, you're like, geez, that's not much of a finisher. But the belly to Bailey, I'm like, belly. That's her finisher? I didn't even know that until last week. That's not actually her finisher. A belly to belly suplex.
Bailey to belly. It's a belly to belly suplex.
And she calls it the what is it?
Bailey to belly.
That's fucking cringe, bud. Like, Buddy's gonna put away his fucking.
There's a bunch of them in the WWE now that are cringeworthy, man. Look at Becky Lynch's.
Oh.
Do you know what her finisher is?
The last patch?
No. It's the arm. The fucking what's
yeah, I know it.
The arm bar she does. But you know what it's called?
Yes, I can't remember, but y'all know what you tell me.
The disarm her.
Oh yeah, that's it.
The disarmer.
That's so bad.
But it's supposed to be like the disarm her.
I know. You're unhinged, Michael.
What the fuck
so
is
bad.
that?
That's what they all got now. Everybody's finisher. So, like back in the day, you'd have like finishers that were just random fucking. Like it wouldn't even like you notice everybody's finishers are like a play on words these days. Everyone's like seriously, they just like disarm her is the fucking class.
Like the zigzag.
Yeah, like all the Celtic punch plot or whatever.
No, once they get the bro.
Yeah, like it's all this like I don't even understand where the names went downhill. Like at what time, but and they're so bad. Like, it used to be names that had nothing to do with fucking... Like, Shawn Michaels was sweet shit music. It really had nothing to do with name Shawn Michaels by, really.
There's a couple of them that are, like, catchy. So, for example, like the Styles Clash.
Yeah, but that's different, though. But that's not corny and cheesy, man. It's just that it's a name, like a Johnny Bomb.
The fact that they're doing, like, his finishers now, like, the phenomenal forearm for some reason.
Yeah, like, he just starts adding, like, whatever you are and then puts the finisher... There's some really bad ones though to disarm her, but there's more. I wish I could see the list.
Well, I know I've noticed this, and I don't know if you've noticed it, but I've noticed lately the finishers have become weaker and weaker, in my opinion. Some of them are just really bad. Like even Samoa Joe, his finisher is the coquina clutch. It's literally a sleeper hold. There's nothing different about it.
Yes, but wasn't his finisher the one that murdered 6 people last year?
Well, he's supposed to the muscle buster, but like. How is he supposed to be like this menacing guy that comes up and does a sleeper hold? And they calls it the coquina clutch. I don't even understand. It's not any different than a sleeper hold.
Wasn't that Rowdy Piper's finisher back in 1964?
Yes. Yeah. Or like even Austin Aries. Austin Aries is a good hand. He's a good wrestler. He does a spinning elbow. Like what? And I don't know how many wrestlers nowadays their finisher is a corner drop kick. Like Daniel Bryan's finisher was a corner dropkick. I don't even understand. Jack Gallagher does it. I don't understand when did these finishers become so like generic. I mean, you look at guys like Neville, who's got a sick finisher. Even Charlotte took this figure 4 and did something different with it. That's a good finisher. It fits her. It looks different. It's something she made up.
Boy, their finisher's horrible.
For like. I'm going to do a belly-to-belly suplex and call it the Bailey to belly.
Oh, I didn't even... Somehow that escaped me the whole time. I didn't know that shit. I didn't fucking know the whole time. Like, I got no problem with Bailey as a wrestler. She does have a hairy back. But I got no problem with her as a wrestler. But when she started talking... See, I swear to God they do this intentionally. I swear to God it's politics, man. Like, Vince doesn't like Bailey. I can guarantee you. He doesn't. I fucking know he doesn't because she ain't fucking Tori Wilson. He does not like that broad. I swear to God they sabotage people. We were talking about this earlier about how you can't, like, it's all micromanaged in a dictatorship. This is a class example. Like, they do stuff to people. They exploit their weaknesses just so that they, like, because Bailey, so get this. This is how convenient is it that Bayley comes in and the first 3 months she's over as fuck. Hadn't touched the microphone, but she's over as shit. Vince is like, oh, she's over. Oh God, they're gonna want to see more of her. Blah, blah. I don't like her. She doesn't have big tits. And then he knows that she sucks on the mic. Now, ever since she picked up the mic like 6-8 weeks ago, she's slowly becoming less over. Because even with me, like he did it to me. If that's what he set out to do, he accomplished it. Because I actually liked Bayley quite a lot. Since I heard her talk, I want to throw up my fucking mouth, man. I can't even watch her anymore. I'm like, just stop talking. I swear to God, like they sabotage people intentionally just to, like if someone Vince don't like. They keep giving her the microphone too, which is hilarious. Because every week on Raw, you notice she has a promo now in front of the live audience too. Not even backstage. They sends her out in front of 20,000 people. It's like they don't even do that for fucking some of the main stars they got. Wait, how many times? Speaking of protecting people and throwing people to the wolves, how many interviews has Roman Reigns had in the ring by himself, where he cut like a 15-minute promo?
Not very
exactly.
Many. And the ones he did. The ones he did were fucking horrible.
I know, but so
suffering sucking for a reason.
But like, how many times have you seen Vince throw him out because he knows he sucks on the mic, and said go out and cut a promo? Not very often, hardly ever. Usually he's got 3 or 4 other people in the ring, and he says 1 or 2 lines. They're horrible shit, but not enough to expose him.
And then, well, yeah, he'll come out and say 1 or 2 lines, then attack, and then he all
and then he goes hoo-ah, and fucking does. Speaking of that. Have you never... I don't know if you've seen it, but nobody listening would have seen it. Al Pacino had a fucking movie called Scent of a Woman, where the whole thing of that movie was hoo-ah! That was, like, it's notorious with Al Pacino. That's what he does, I'm pretty sure, man. Like, I was going to ask you tonight, what is that noise he's making when he does that shit?
I don't know. He's like, hoo-ah.
They're like, hoo-ah! That's like the Al Pacino noise. And I'm like, is that what he's doing? Like, putting fucking goddamn Godfather or something?
And then he cocks his fist for some reason. What is that even supposed to signify? Like, is it supposed to be like a gun or a shotgun or something? Like, is his hand a shotgun?
Well, he's cocking it for the punch? I don't know.
Yeah, but it's the Superman punch. What?
I don't know.
What's the cocking thing got to do with it? I can understand the punching in, like when he punches into the ground, because that's like a superhero pose, right? Then he gets up and does a Superman punch because it's a superhero. I know.
You're gonna make. We're done. Seriously, like I got fucking, buddy. I'm 34 years old. Okay, like I got fucking, like seriously. Okay, like. Buddy cocks his fucking fist in the ground and makes a pose. And then gets up and fucking destroys like 84 people. You ever think someday he's just going to get up and start punch all the announcers and everybody in the front row and everything? Just like, he's going to go...
Well, you seen that cartoon I sent you?
You should share that on after this podcast is over. You should play that because it's only like a couple minutes, isn't it? You should actually play it. It's fucking hilarious. Like Roman Reigns is
Goldberg's son comes out, he Superman punches him in the face.
And then he's Goldberg's new son.
Yeah, he takes Goldberg's son as his own, yeah. Then he Superman punches Bayley in the face 3 times and takes the women's title.
I like how she withstand the punishment more than other people.
Yeah. She stood up to it 3 times.
I want you to add that, and I want you to add friggin' Al Pacino saying hoo-ah! Because that's exactly what he does. He stole that from Al Pacino. So, there's that. And, like, there's literally, like, 15 matches. What else is there at Mania?
Corbin and...
Who?
Corbin and Ambrose.
What?
Corbin?
Oh, boring Corbin.
Boring Corbin?
Yeah, but that don't really matter, boy. It really doesn't. Like, honestly, like, boys grow.
But it's still happening.
Why? Obviously, fucking Ambrose can't make the match after what happened to us SmackDown. Freaking JBL said it. It was the most dastardly act in the history of wrestling. Like, I don't know. Is that actually happening? Oh, God. Like, I don't even care if that happens. Like, honestly, I'd rather see that than fucking, like, hack this shit. Like, is that Alpha? Is that it?
Yeah. There's a compilation here.
Ooh.
That was stupid. Was it? Uh-oh. We got a moron here. Is that it?
Oh no, the first one's the funny one.
He does it like he must do it like 15 times in the movie or more than that. Does he cock his hand too in the movie?
Hallelujah, glory, glory, hallelujah.
Are we comparing Roman Reigns to fucking Al Pacino? The greatest American actor in the last 100 years? Turns out Roman Reigns is fucking... So...
This is a compilation.
He sounds like Roman Reigns from here on my side. Hoo-ah!
Yeah, hoo-ah!
Like, I was wondering if that's what he was doing. Hoo-ah! Oh, fuck. Good times. Well, I'm looking forward to... What match do you look forward to the most at this year's WrestleMania?
You know what? You want my honest
Well,
opinion?
yes, you gotta give... Well, we're on a podcast and nobody listens to. We're not here to sugarcoat anything.
Honestly...
Don't even think about it, but baby. Hoo-ah! Are you still there?
Maybe like Orton and Wyatt, maybe? Like, I don't even know, man. I'm not even really... In all honesty, there's nothing really that stands out to me that's gonna like blow me away.
That was the most depressing answer I've ever heard in my entire life.
It's true. I'm not even that excited for WrestleMania.
Oh
like I'm excited because
it's WrestleMania.
Well, I'm excited because
Hold on a second.
It's WrestleMania.
You're not excited for the ultimate thrill ride?
No, but like I said, I'm excited because it is WrestleMania. But looking at the card, nothing there really excites me to the point where I'm like, man, I fucking can't wait to see that. Because nothing's really built up. I don't have any like invested feelings in any of it.
Well, as far as I can tell, there's 3 built-up matches. As far as I can tell. No, sorry, 4. And one of them's not even a match, because that's Rollins and fucking Buddy. That's not even a match. I'm not even going to add that. There's 3 built-up matches, because that's not even technically a match. There's Goldberg and Lesnar, which has been going on for apparently 12, 14 years. According to WWE, this feud is like 14-year-old. But it has been going on since before Survivor Series. So that's been going on. And there's Owens and Wyatt. Owens, Jericho, Wyatt, and Orton. That's the only 3 matches, as far as I can tell, that they actually like built up for WrestleMania. They were like, okay, because they used to do it all the time back in the day, every year. In like the fall at Survivor Series, they'd lay the fucking groundwork for like the Mania. As far as I know, the only 3 feuds that they've actually done that, well, they tried it with Rollins, and there would have been 4, but that failed horribly. But that's the only 3. Unfortunately, I honestly believe that, like, don't get anyone out there, don't get excited or buy this show because of Lesnar and Goldberg. Just don't. Because this match will end fast. They'll try to sell it as some kind of big thing, like, oh my god, Lesnar he got his revenge. He beat Goldberg in minute 30. It's not going to be a good match. Don't buy it because of that. Honestly, it will not be. And the other 2 matches, like we talked about earlier, I think will be good, but not, like, fantastic. So after that, I'm going to go down. I'm coming back to where you started. There really isn't much that... dude, what do you think has the chance to be the best match on the show? Not the one you're most excited for, but, like, the best match. Like, what has the close... What will get the most stars? Like, what is going to be the best match itself? I'm starting to think it's going to be just Shane and AJ just because it's going to be a shit show.
Well, that's what I was just thinking. Maybe just because it's going to be... Like I said, a lot of good spots, and they're going to take big bumps, and it's going to look good.
Like a gong show.
Yeah.
Like...
That might be the one that's going to be... I don't think it's going to be technically sound, but it's going to look the best, probably.
Like, is there anything on this show that can get over 4 stars? Like, just on paper?
No. Not a chance. No. I mean,
Jer-
Aries and Neville will be a decent match.
You
But
won't give him no time. Garen fucking T, dude.
No.
Dude,
No, and I mean, Jericho and Owens going to get 3.5 stars. Orton Wyatt's 3.5 stars.
the only ones that I'm praying to God that for some reason Orton and Wyatt and Jericho and Owens, because it's Mania and because they have so much of a backstory going between Mania, the story, that somehow those matches turn out to be like
epic, like
just like a WrestleMania match. Like, oh my god, what the fuck's going on here? This is fucking epic. I don't have high hopes, but yeah, like I'm thinking like as much as I don't even want AJ to do it, just for sheer shits and giggles, right? Like, is that going to be the best match just for fucking gong show material? Like, Shane's going to be retarded. AJ flies around like fucking retard all the time. Like, he's going to make Shane look amazing. It'll probably be the most memorable is what I'm saying.
There's a bunch, like, we were talking about this before, even before they announced or they thought that was going to happen. And we were trying to think what they were going to do with AJ in the first place. I mean, if they didn't give him Shane, what are they going to do with him?
Nothing. What's Samoa Joe doing?
Like, well, that's what I would say. What are they going to do with Samoa Joe? They just debuted him. And now he's not in a high-profile feud right now. Like, what does he do? He does nothing.
They can't have another... There's already, 14 matches, man. They can't,
No, he can't... And they can't blow it off with just him versus Sami Zayn for no reason whatsoever. That fucking makes no sense, man.
No. And...
he could win he might win the Battle Royal.
I can't fucking... Oh, shit!
We forgot about Big Show and Shaq.
Yes.
Got it.
He's gonna back that big old black ass up.
Did you hear how he called out Big Show on TMZ?
Oh, it's back now, yeah.
Yeah, he called him out because he was making fun of Big Show's abs, and he showed his abs. Or whatever.
Why, for some reason, I'm getting friggin' notification here. There's another match at it. Jake the Snake versus Billy or Brutus the Brudeye.
Brutal.
Is that happening at Mania?
Oh, yeah.
It says here, a hair versus snake match.
Hair versus Jack Daniels.
Brudeye versus Jake Roberts. Yeah,
the booty man who makes his return.
Jeez, oh fuck it, what's his name? What was the other one? The Butcher.
The Butcher, and then it was Zodiac.
I like how we always go full circle, right? We go from that was like an hour ago. We can end up back at from speaking.
For some reason.
No, I don't understand how that happens.
But, yeah, who do you think? When did they stop announcing Hall of Fame inductees?
I think that's it now. They're probably done. Like, they usually only have 6 or 7, which is way too many, by the way. Sports Hall of Fames piss me off. I'm a sports fan too, and they always piss me off because they add too many. It should be mad royalty going into a Hall of Fame. Even in, regular sports. I hate how, Major League Baseball and stuff has, 6 people going in. And football and hockey. It's just way too much. It should literally be, I honestly believe, 2 people every year. That's it. I don't like how wrestling's the same.
I gotta say, there's a lot of people that probably disagree with me, but I don't agree with Beth Phoenix going in.
Who?
Beth Phoenix.
Oh yeah, the Amazon.
For some reason,
Mel,
her career doesn't seem like it was that extraordinary to me. You know what I mean?
Why? I don't know.
Name one thing that she did that was extraordinary and Hall of Fame worthy.
It's just it's the WWE. Name one thing fucking Drew Gary did. It's just...
Well, that's come on.
But they add everybody. What's...
Hey, that's another thing. They haven't announced
the celebrity wing.
Celebrity.
Is Donald Trump in the celebrity wing?
He is. Yeah.
It's fake news. It's bad. You people are disgusting.
Who's going to go in this year? I wonder who's going to go into the celebrity issue.
Why, maybe old Shaq Daddy will go in to correlate with his fucking WrestleMania appearance because he's been.
I'm pretty sure there's a couple people in the celebrities that should be in there that aren't in there. I'm gonna look it up because I think there's a big name that should have been in there that's not in there at all. Let's take a look here. Looking her up, man. I'm looking her up. Hold on, I'm gonna look at some numbers here. There's 100 people in the fucking Hall of Fame. 100 individuals.
Ric Flair's
in the
there
Hall
like
of Fame.
54 times, isn't it?
There's 10 groups, 9 celebrities, 7 legacy.
Hey,
Let's
is
see,
fucking
celebrity wing.
what's his face in the Hall of Fame? Oh, fucking the forgotten father and Natty. What's his name again? I can't even remember because nobody's talking about. What's his name?
Jannetty?
Is he in?
No.
Like, I mean, the tag team.
So,
like, is
no.
Yeah.
Bret Hart's only in there once. Like, it's just Bret Hart.
No, but I mean, like,
So,
I'm just hold on a second. The Hart Foundation of like Pillman and Bulldog and Owen and Neidhart and Bret. Are you telling me that the only person that's in there is Bret? Out of all of them.
Yeah, British Bulldog's not in there. That blows me away.
So British Bulldog.
Why is he not in? Hold on a second.
Okay.
Let's stop this for a second. Why isn't the British Bulldog in the Hall of Fame?
I thought he was actually.
I don't think so. So
British Bulldog's not the Hall of Fame.
The celebrity wing is ridiculous.
So Beth Phoenix is going in for. Alright, go ahead. Sorry, sorry.
The celebrity wing. So when you think about WrestleMania 1, right? There's a few celebrities at WrestleMania 1, right?
True.
Who do you think of as WrestleMania 1?
Mr. T.
Mr. T. Alright, so then you think of like Cyndi Lauper.
Muhammad Ali.
Right? Neither one of them are in the Hall of Fame.
Mr. T is why.
Mr. T is. No, I'm talking about Cyndi Lauper or Muhammad Ali. Neither one of them in the Hall of Fame. Cyndi Lauper was like a huge deal in the 80s with wrestling too.
Cyndi Lauper as a celebrity means more to wrestling than almost anyone really ever.
Yeah,
fucking,
the whole rock and wrestling
like,
thing, yeah.
Fucking, what's his face? That old grease balls in the fucking video and everything. Old Lou Albano or whatever.
Lou Albano, yeah.
So, like, she almost, like, she pioneered it more than, like, anybody ever. Didn't she?
Yeah, well, yeah. So, did you know Coco Beware is in the Hall of Fame before the British Bulldog?
Okay. Like, when you say it, like, you know what I mean? When you say it, it's just like, oh god. So who?
Yeah, see,
who else is
like
the celebrity?
the thing is with Edge. Edge is another example. Like, I'm not gonna say Edge doesn't belong in there, right? But I think he got put in there a bit too soon, because Edge went in the Hall of Fame before Bob Backlund did.
Yeah, that's just wrong. But like, I don't know.
Edge went in before Mick Foley. Edge went in before Bruno Sammartino. Edge went in before Bruno. Like, that's ridiculous.
Oh my god, Michael! So the Hall of Fame is a fucking
Paul
joke.
Bear. No, it's a fucking joke, man.
Like, it actually is a fucking
Well, this is
joke.
what I said to you before. I said this before. There's a lot of childishness that I find goes on with it. So the only reason why Macho Man was only inducted in 2015, or Ultimate Warrior was in 2014. Bruno, the same thing. The only reason why Bruno was only put in 2013 is all just because they were pissed off or Vince was pissed off at him at one time. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why that Rick Rude is going in now, because Vince is pissed off that he jumped ship back in like 97. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of childishness is that? Buddy jumped ship to a different company 20 years ago, and you're going to keep that against him? He's only looking out for his family, boy. It's just a business. Like, relax. He didn't do it personally to you.
But first of all, WWE doesn't exist anymore. Vince bought the goddamn company. Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough of a victory? Like, what else do you need? I'm Vince McMahon, goddammit. Like, buddy, everything that everyone did to you, jump ship WCW and stuff, and all this, all Macho Man did the same thing. He left. But you bought the goddamn company, man. Like, okay, you won, Vince. You don't need to keep this going, dude. You have successfully. Next thing you know is, I swear to God, if Kurt Hawkins goes in the Hall of Fame for Owen Hart, I'm gonna stop watching wrestling forever.
Yeah.
Like, if you text me one day, like,
come to the
fucking
point.
Emelina to Emelina to Emma to Emelina goes in before.
It's got to come to the point where, like you said, is Brian Pillman's not in here? Is he?
Well, that's what I was just. Well, the only reason why I was having Neidhart there, like the whole faction or whatever.
All right, so Pillman.
Pillman's not in the Hall. So there's a. Was Neidhart in that? Yeah, it was the 5 one, right? Like Neidhart. Yeah. Okay, so not just because of the faction. That's not why I'm talking about. But that's part of it, I suppose. But the British Bulldog, Owen Hart, Brian Fuck Pillman, and Jim Neidhart, who Jim Neidhart by say what you want. Sorry, but there's tag teams in there, Midnight Express and all that. That's good, but Hart Foundation is pretty much like one of the most legendary tag teams of all time. So all four of them is not even in the Hall of Fame then. What? It's just Vince must have something against them or something. They gotta be.
There's something with that gets me. Like I said, it's just weird. I don't know who goes in or whatever, but like I said, the fact that Edge, now not harp on an Edge just because that's the one that really got
me. Harp on him. You're on a podcast, harp on him.
Well, that's the one I didn't really understand. Yes, he's got 4 WWE championships, 7 world championships, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble. He's got all this stuff, yes. But to me, that doesn't make you Hall of Fame worthy right away.
Well, especially when the belt changes hands every fucking 10 seconds.
Yeah, you don't retire and immediately go into Hall of Fame. I always thought it was that kind of deal where you had to be in wrestling for so many years, or you know what I mean? Like you had to have some kind of legacy. So you're looking at who's in somebody else. Rikishi's in there before, like Brian Pillman. I don't understand. So what did Brian Pillman do? Brian Pillman didn't do anything, man, to Vince that I know of. Like the fella died while he was working for the WWF. He was a drug addict and everything else, but how many of these fuckers were drug addicts? Half of them.
But that doesn't make any sense. If that's the case, and what's Shawn Michaels doing in there? That fella fucked more pills than fucking goddamn Steven Tyler, man.
Yeah. Big Boss Man is in there. He's fucking drug addict
Big
too.
Boss Man murdered fucking Big Show's old man, dragging his coffin down the side of the road. That wasn't even kayfabe. Like, that was real, wasn't it?
Like, I don't understand.
Big Boss Man ate a dog, man.
Yeah. But I don't get it. Like, I don't get this.
Like, the thing that pissed me off about the Edge
especially
thing, like, you touched on the Edge thing, and this pissed me off a little bit because he went in, like, he retired on, like, September of 08 or something, or whatever the year was, I don't know. Correct me, it could be fucking 2010 or something, whatever.
I think it was like 2010 or something.
Okay. In, like, the fall of that year, and he was inducted, like, 6 months later, like, as soon as he retired. Like, you wouldn't know if the guy was goddamn fucking seriously, like, the biggest superstar. And that kind of did, even at the time, I'm like, bye. Like, the title is a hot potato since, like, the Attitude Era, right? Like, it's pretty fucked up when you think about it. From, like, 1983 to 1993, in 10 years, Hogan only held the belt 5 times. He's the biggest wrestler in the history of the fucking world. 5 times. That was it. So, championships in a fake sport is kind of silly, isn't it? Like, when you're like, oh boy, he won more championships. Man, he won more Vince McMahon wanted him to have the belt. That's all he won. He didn't actually win more titles. But, like, when the championships start getting passed around the Attitude Era, like, that's when it started kind of thing, man, there was people holding the belt like fucking, like, look at Charlotte now, for fuck's sake. So, by that,
5-time champion.
By that, if Charlotte retired right now, even though she's only been there for like 6 months, she'd, by Edge's fucking protocol, she'd go in the Hall of Fame, wouldn't she? Because she's 6-time champion or 5-time champion. Like, it's just stupid to have that. But Edge was like, well, he was fucking good wrestler and a legend. He was a legend. Like, he had Edge and Christian, and he had a good run on his own.
Oh, he's a legend.
And he had the best fucking run as a heel. In like
I thought he got put in. I thought he got put in a little bit too fast. According to this, he retired April 11, 2011, and was inducted 2012. So, like, basically a year later, he retired, and the next Mania,
he went in.
He went in.
Okay, let me ask you: how long did it take for the fucking Macho Man Randy Savage to go in Hall of Fame?
God, well, he went in 2015.
Exactly. Right?
So he went in 3 years after Edge.
I'm sorry, I like Edge, but I thought his like heel work was fucking amazing, but. Really? You're gonna do that? You're gonna fucking seriously put him in for Macho Man? Really? Coco Beware went in for Macho Man, bud. Think about that.
Yeah, Coco Beware.
Hold on, think about it. Drew Carey was in the Hall of Fame before Macho Man Randy Savage. So you're supposed to be like, oh, this is fucking, we're gonna get serious with this. It's a fucking joke, but that's all it is. That's all the Hall of Fame is, fucking joke.
Well, hold on now. Coco Beware went in before Stu Hart.
Oh my god. But he fucking trained like Jericho, Benoit, Owen, Bret. Like, oh no, that's no big deal. You only train like 5 of the greatest wrestlers ever. But we'll put Coco Beware in there. Okay.
What did Coco wait? Hold on.
Actually, did he train Edge and Christian? Yeah, he trained Edge and Christian too.
So Coco Beware. So
hold on.
So we were just talking.
JBL's got something. Oh. That's what JBL saying he's gonna rape someone in the shower. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm after rails here.
We were just talking about like how many championships you won and stuff makes you, Hall of Famer.
In a fake sport.
Coco Beware's, under his like achievements, held several NWA regional championships. That's it. He never even had IC title win or nothing. He never won one belt.
Alright.
In WWE, not
so
one.
Then it begs the question: what is the criteria?
I guess there is no criteria.
Because it can't be, right? Like, so if Edge got in because he had like 24 titles, and
it must literally be because Vince likes you or don't like you. It really it gotta be.
That's a horrible way to again, go full circle. Holy fucking dictatorship and Vince McMahon and micromanage shit. Like, so that's what I'm saying. It's the only thing in the world that I know of where one guy literally, because it's not even like say like 20th Century Fox or something, like a movie studio. They have like the president. He don't deal with everything. Like, he has like 10, 15 people run the show for him. Vince is like, it's all down to him, bud. Like, everything. Like, it's pretty sad, really, because everything we all like cling to, the thread that we cling to every day as a wrestling fan, comes down to one person and what he wants. It kind of sucks. Because there's no rationality, there's no fucking... It's not sensible. It's just whatever this guy wants. Like, all the stuff you're telling me about the Hall of Fame right now is making me fucking sick, really. How the I didn't even know British Bulldog was in there. I knew, but I forgot. Really, man? Like, he's not in the Hall of Fame. Like, the British Bulldog's not in the Hall of Fame. Owen Hart's not in the Hall of Fame. Like, I understand Owen because of the Martha thing. And she's a fucking bitch and don't want him in there.
Well, what's wrong with Brian Pillman? How come he's not in there? Jim Neidhart?
Well, fuck, it's not even Pillman for fucking what he did in WWE when he was like... First of all, you can thank him... like, fucking... People always talk about Austin, who got him over and everything, right? Because he's the biggest star in history of wrestling, or one of them. And everyone talks about his feud with Brett and stuff, and they got him over. That's fine, but what about fucking Pillman's feud with Austin before... with the gun thing and everything, man, and then the Hollywood Blondes, like, that was a good tag team. That was, like, the guy's got a resume. He ain't just some fucking guy that showed up in WWE for a year and died, and was like, well, who's that fella? And if anyone remembers Brian Pillman, if anyone does, he was killer playing in a fucking Psycho, man. Like, one of the best of all time.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, there's whole videos about how, like, they talk about how he's ahead of his time, and he was really the one who, like, really brought that whole Psycho kind of loose cannon kind of deal. Like, there would be no Dean Ambrose right now if there wasn't no Brian Pillman.
No, he's like a shitty Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
He's the worst.
But that's what I mean. He's copied so, like, just that's been copied so many times. Like, anybody who's done that whole, like, crazy man gimmick, they're ripping off Brian Pillman.
Yeah, like, I had to fact check. Was there anyone before? I don't think there was really a...
Well, I was watching something on ECW during not long ago, and they talked about how they brought in Brian Pillman in the ECW, and that's where it kind of started, because they tried to give him this shitty, like, blonde, almost like taking the Hollywood Blondes kind of gimmick from WCW, and apparently he took his own spin on it, and he started becoming this, like, psychopath or something, and he started making his own character, and that's where it came from, the whole, he made that whole deal up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's when he come to WWE. He kind of took that with him, the whole like loose cannon and just going nuts and stuff.
Well, the loose cannon thing was like at the time was freaking. Well, that whole time in wrestling was weird, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how he's not in, man. Like, I thought, fucking makes no sense. And then
the whole worksome should be in. Like I said, the whole like all.
Did you just say Paul Roma should be in?
Paul Roma? Well, I suppose he probably should be. I mean, before Coco Beware.
Like the only person that I can think of, and I can't even remember, but I think he used to play like kind of like a crazy. Remember Dave Schultz from like NWA in the '80s? He's the guy that hit that
Oh,
news
yeah.
reporter when he called it
Yeah.
fake or whatever. I can't even like if anyone actually
Slapped him in.
Yeah, well, that was real, I guess. But if anyone actually listened, they could probably say like by it wrong. But I think he played like some kind of like fucking retard, and I don't even know if he did. Like honestly, so that's not even really fair. But yeah, like the Hall of Fame's a fucking joke, man. Like this year's the same thing. So like you're saying,
This year there's a I don't agree with Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix, I don't. The thing is like I don't care. Like really about Beth Phoenix, like she won a few titles. She was around. I can't remember anything she did, but I don't really care. Like how is she going in before? Like to me, there's 3 fucking big ones. There's 3 of like the biggest fucking women in wrestling. I think I even wrote you that. And she's going to inform. So to me, when I think of wrestling, I think of 3 women that are like the biggest of our era. I'm not talking about goddamn fucking Fabulous Moolah or something from like fuck 20s. And that's Sable, not in the Hall of Fame, but Sable, who I think she doesn't get nearly enough credit for the Attitude Era. Like, buddy, you and me included, and all our friends, a lot of us went to jungle gyms to watch wrestling because guess what? Fully Loaded 98, Sable said she was going to show her fucking tits. And we went, and she was super over. She was as over as almost anyone on the roster. If anyone tries to claim she's not a fucking legend, like, she was huge. In the fucking 98, 99, 2000, Sable was a monster. Way bigger than any woman wrestler is today.
And the fact that her husband is main event in Mania this year.
Yeah, like huge. She's not in the Hall of Fame as far as I know. By the way, China is not in the Hall of Fame. Okay, China is also, this is the big 3 I'm talking about. She is up there with Sable. Huge, huge part of wrestling in the fucking 90s. First ever woman to win the IC title. First ever woman to do a lot of things, like a huge influence.
Royal Rumble. She was the first woman in Royal Rumble.
She did everything. She's a household name. And then, I'll end it off, gotta Miss Elizabeth, man. No, what the fuck? Okay? Yeah. So...
yeah, that's a bit nuts.
Like, so Miss Elizabeth's not in the Hall of Fame, as far as I know. You can correct me if I'm wrong again.
Nope, she's
in the goddamn Hall of Fame. What the fuck you talking about? So Sable, Sonny, and Miss Elizabeth ain't in the Hall of Fame. But guess who's in the Hall of Fame? Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, over Miss Elizabeth's the big one there for me. Yes, I agree with the Sable and China, but Miss Elizabeth is huge for me not being in there.
Well, you were a kid then, but like,
but that's a big like she's
part of your like childhood and shit, right?
But when you think about WrestleMania back in the 80s starting up and all the WrestleManias and stuff, she was a big part of that, man. The fucking Mega Powers collide. She was the whole reason.
That's what I mean. Like, but like you think about like so people from like that are 10 years younger than us that watched it in like 98, 99. Like, man, do you know how many people goddamn fucking sits down and talks about like, holy fuck, you remember when Sable was in Playboy, dude? Like, we were fucking like, Jesus Christ. Like, she was on she was best-selling fucking first. Miss Elizabeth. She's not in the Hall of Fame. Fun, did you just cut old Titus O'Neil promo? Did you?
You know what I just... Oh, Jesus, I just found this out. Greg the Hammer Valentine got put in the Hall of Fame in 2004.
Okay. That fella should not be any... That shouldn't even be allowed in the... He shouldn't be allowed to park next to the building.
Hold on a second. He got put in before Hogan. Seriously. Hogan got put in 2005.
Is he in there with Greg the Hammer Shapiro? Death, murder, suffering, kill.
Greg the Hammer Valentine got into the Hall of Fame before Hogan did.
Holy...
And Piper. He got in before Piper, too.
Well, I didn't care about Piper. But... Greg,
and Brett.
Greg the Hammer is fucking... Well, Brett thing is understandable because of the...
Still childish.
The Hammer.
Oh, Dusty Rhodes, Kurt Hennig,
like,
Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, like, I don't even care. Like, that's the thing. Like, everyone's, like, too obsessed with, like, oh, there's, like, the big 3, like, oh, Hogan, Austin, Rock, and... Like, everyone's always like, well, they weren't as big as them. Holy fuck, that's, like, the worst argument ever, man. Nobody was. Like, you're like, oh, Shawn Michaels was a deadly wrestler. And people are like, yeah, but he wasn't as big as The Rock and Hogan and Austin, the big 3 of wrestling. No, he wasn't. Nobody was. Like, that's the stupidest argument. I don't care if, like, Piper goes in before, or Bret Hart went in before Hogan or something. Like, that kind of stuff. Like, they're all They're major players, right? Like you can't really like sit there and be like, it's not blasphemy if someone said like, oh, by the way, boy, Shawn Michaels went to the Hall of Fame for Dusty Rhodes. You're not gonna be like, what? He's fucking Shawn Michaels.
But Greg Valentine.
Man, I swear to God, I'm gonna say this right now. He shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Greg, he's fucking one of the worst wrestlers of all time, man. Like, you remember him in the '80s? He was horrible.
Yeah.
Like, anyone that I know, nostalgia counts, and everyone thinks like your childhood's better. But if you honestly says to me on this podcast right now that Greg Hammer Valentine was a good wrestler, you're fucking joking with me.
Listen, I got no problems with maybe like 2020 and he goes in or something because he's just one of those like lower guys to go in. But listen, like I said, 2004, he's gone in way before some major stars like Iron Sheik and Sherry and fucking like say Kurt Hennig, Mr. Fuji.
Well, why don't you just put in goddamn fucking IRS and everything going around? Like,
yeah, but fucking Dukes of Dr. Drosy's going there next year, I'd say.
Okay, Mantar goes.
Oh, Max Moon.
Aldo Montoya goes in the Hall of Fame.
The Portuguese Man of War.
All of a sudden, there's a big old parade in Portugal. Boys are all running down the streets with flags, like when the goddamn fucking Yankees wins the fucking World Series or something. Millions of people.
They gotta go get all fucking Justin Credible out of working at a fucking Olive Garden.
Why? I thought he was at Applebee's, but whatever.
I think it's Olive Garden. He shows up in his old Olive Garden outfit.
But he's just incredible. Like if I got no problem with Man O' War going. No, seriously though. But like that's horrible, man. Like you might as well. Why not? Like Greg Valentine was to the '80s what fucking old Man O' War was. Like he really was.
What about Damien Demento? He should go in because he main evented the first Raw.
That's actually a pretty big deal.
Yeah, him versus The Undertaker was the main.
I heard that they're going to do a
Damien Demento.
They're going to do a combo package where Demento goes in with Ludwig Borga.
Oh, yeah. I remember him. Did you know? Here's a little tidbit about him too. He beat Tatanka's unbeaten streak.
Yes, he did.
So he was supposed to be a big deal.
Yeah, but he ended up going to like MMA stuff or something, and got
because he got injured, and then he got injured and lost his push, and then he went to MMA.
Yeah, and it failed horribly.
He beat Tatanka's streak.
So the Hall of Fame's joke.
Speaking of streaks, you know Goldberg's WWE streak.
Oh yeah.
That's about to be beaten in a few weeks by Asuka down in NXT.
That's a big deal.
Like his actual, she's coming up on his actual streak. Like the actual streak was like 146-0 or something, but they used to tout it as 180-0 or something like that. They used to like inflate the number of it. So she's about to beat his actual streak, and if she continues on, I think they said it's going to be 3 months or something. If she can continue the next 3 months, she'll actually beat his like actual unbeaten streak of 180 or whatever.
Like the fake number.
Yeah, the fake number. So right now she's almost beating the real number, and if she goes another like 3 months, she'll actually beat the actual number.
I wish Goldberg was still around. Imagine, like, remember back in the day how good he was? Fuck, it'd be cool if he came back, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be cool. Too bad it's 2017 and he's main event in WrestleMania for the Universal title.
Oh, that even sounds, that's mad cringe too. Universal title, like what a shitty name. So he's champion of goddamn fucking stars and everything, like.
Yeah, the universe, all the aliens.
Listen, like I wasn't like that good fucking like in school when it comes to that shit, but I'm pretty sure our universe is like infinite, isn't it? So
yeah,
like
there is no end.
Yeah, so but he's not only champion of like World Wrestling Entertainment and the world. If there's like he's champion of Pluto, isn't he? So
well, he's the champion of all of space and time. Actually.
Oh, if Buddy went to goddamn Saturn and had a match, he'd automatically be champion, wouldn't he? Because he's universal.
Yeah.
Like, what a ridiculous fucking name for a title. Universal. Like, okay, bye. Like, not a fucking, you're the Universal Champion. There's probably, like, it's ridiculous.
Why couldn't he just be the Raw Heavyweight Champion?
How about they just, in my opinion, I would say that the best thing would have been to fucking do is keep the goddamn fucking WWE Heavyweight Championship on one of the shows, say Raw, and then bring back the fucking World Heavyweight title for SmackDown. Like the World Heavyweight Championship, it's legendary. The NWA title, it's a legendary title. Everyone knows what it looks like. Everyone knows, like, as soon as you see it, you're like, it's the best looking title there is, too. That title looks awesome. That fucking WCW bill.
Well, because it looks like
prestigious as fuck.
It looks special. Yeah. It looks like it's a big deal.
So I don't know why they just didn't, like, again, gotta fuck with everything. WWE Heavyweight Championship and World Heavyweight Championship. That's the way it always was. But no, the old fucking, and another thing, all titles looks the same, too. They're just got different color. That's mad cheesy. It's like, oh boy, just put a different color on it, and you'll know what show it's on. Like,
blue and red and white and purple and fucking...
Buddy, I'm gonna blue, white, purple you. Alright, we're getting out of here. It's an hour and 35 minutes. Next thing you know, we'll all be fucking getting in trouble with missiles.
Yeah, we should
go. So, we discussed lots of stuff tonight that pissed me off. Fuck. Buddy, I remember watching old Stand Up Woman like 5 years ago, and every time he does it, I'm like, is he doing fucking Pacino? Like, so he's not doing that. What is he actually doing?
I think it's someone like that. He's like, whoo.
Fucking loser. What a fucking queer. I mean, what are we? Yeah, he's getting off the rails here now. Yeah. We gotta go then. Ooh. Fucking don't forget to add a picture or the video of Pacino and then add that old, what is it?
The video,
the cartoon.
The cartoon of punching Goldberg's son in the face.
So I guess we'll be back next week because there's lots more wrestling coming. Don't worry, we got like 74 shows. So WrestleMania is like 3 weeks away.
23 weeks away.
And Raw SmackDown is coming up. I'm interested to see where it goes. They're obviously going to finish announcing the matches by next week. For fucking Jesus.
They got to.
Like, they just have to. Like
the card should be finalized by like next week.
Yeah.
It got to be.
I like some of the matches on the card on paper, but I don't like the fact there's so many matches. Because it's kind of reminding me of like a WrestleMania 4, WrestleMania 6, fucking those type of cards where it was like literally 17 matches and every match only got like 11, 12 minutes or 7 minutes or 6 minutes. Like they didn't have enough time, and I'm kind of concerned, honestly, like because I like epic matches at Mania. This looks really bad, man. Like a lot of these matches there's like 14 that are pretty much set in stone. Now they're not announcing any of them because buys reap, but that's a lot, man. Like I said, you throw in some New Day segments, you throw in Austin, you throw in friggin' some legends coming back, and you don't leave you much time for wrestling, like really. So I kind of hope they don't add too many matches. That's what I'm hoping for, because I want to see why.
I got a hot take.
Is it hot? Hold on, don't go anywhere yet. That's hot take music. Now you can. You're right.
So I'm looking at, apparently Finn Balor and Triple H have both returned to in-ring action at a live event tonight in Buffalo.
In Buffalo?
Sami Zayn and Chris Jericho took on Triple H and Samoa Joe. Was it? No, it was Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, Chris Jericho taking on a team of Triple H, Samoa Joe, and Kevin Owens.
Boy, that's better than any match at Mania right there. That's not a fuck house show in Buffalo, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a Mania match right there.
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, so Finn Balor's back in action?
Yeah, so...
Ringside Reality, breaking the news to everybody at 10:39 Eastern. Finn Balor has returned. That's some hot take there, bud.
Yeah, both of them returned to action at tonight's WWE live event in Buffalo. So, could that lead to maybe Finn Balor versus Triple H?
That wouldn't be... No, they can't. Johnny, like, we talked about it last week, it had a chance, but with 2 or 3 weeks left, boy. You're stretching now. How are they going to put a story together? What, does he just show up, be like, yeah, and attack him? And not only that, no.
Why would he help out Rollins when Rollins injured him?
And not only that, he's going to look like goddamn midget stand up next to Triple H, man. Like, boy.
That's probably why he'll do it, but... Alright, well, that's the hot take to leave us on this week.
What, the midget or the story you had?
The midget, yes. Because we're hour and 40 minutes is getting too long.
Yeah, I know. I gotta go see the woman, but she's probably wondering if I'm dead down in the basement.
packing her bags. Leaving.
She probably heard me say Coco Beware. Was like, all right, that's it.
Or Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, okay.
Like,
I'm getting my son.
I'm fucking done with this.
She's up on Tinder, swiping right on everybody, or swiping left on everybody.
Well, she's up on Tinder right now, typing in "Keep Roman Strong." I'd say. Hoo-ah!
Hoo-ha!
All right, well, we'll be back next week. We're doing pretty good, lady. We're picking our ratio back up there lately, and I don't give a fuck anymore, and I'm sure you don't either. So our podcasts are, if you're still listening by an hour and 40, and you're even remotely entertained. Stay tuned, because it's only going to get better, because I swear to God, every episode, when I realize some distance, I give less fucks, and I'm sure you do too. And so, keep it, stay tuned. We'll Ringside Reality. We'll be back next week. Don't say it like you're fucking 90s commentator. Like, next week! What are you, Tony Schiavone? Is this the greatest podcast in the history of wrestling?
Yeah.
What?
This is the greatest podcast in
This is the greatest.
See you next
This
week.
is the greatest night in the history of our sport. Boy, you're watching Disco Inferno take on Glacier right now. What are you saying?
This is the greatest match of all time.
Fucking Disco Inferno versus Glacier on Nitro. This is the greatest night. Well, that's Dude Love, though. Alright, I'm out of here. Alright, we'll see you next week. We're getting closer to Mania. Everybody get ready for the ultimate thrill ride.
Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah! Oh, yeah.